Invincible found out that Cecile was using Darkwing as an agent. Even though Darkwing saved them, he still attacked him and said he was a murderer. He tried to explain to the other heroes that Darkwing was a murderer, but they didn't know because Cecile kept it secret. Invincible went to the Pentagon and confronted Cecile to find out why he was working with Darkwing. Cecile said that he wasn't going to destroy the kid's life for one mistake and that he's doing it for the good of mankind. That's when DA Sinclair walked into the room. Invincible saw him and shouted out, "What the hell is he doing here?" Cecile said calm down and told Invincible that he would explain if he comes with him. Invincible began to realize every villain that he brought in that was of use, Cecile used them. Invincible asked Cecile why he took him to the White Room. Cecile said for the element of surprise. He was surrounded by Sinclair's cyborgs. Invincible shouted, "What is this?" Cecile replied, "You think I don't know what comes next? You talk like you're talking, then you flip out. You're a loose cannon, Mark. I don't particularly wish to end up like Angstrom Levy." Invincible began to trash all of Sinclair's robots that Cecile surrounded him with and said that he only came there to confront Cecile about working with evil murderous people, and now Cecile's attacking him and trying to make him out to be the bad guy. The cyborgs began to overpower Invincible while they buried him. He shouted out, "This isn't right." Cecile said, "Look at yourself, look at what you're doing. I'm only protecting myself. We didn't attack you, Mark." Invincible shouted, "Are you kidding me?" and blew up in rage and ripped through the cyborgs. He said, "You brought me in here for an ambush. You want to silence me. I won't let that happen." Cecile told Invincible that he sounds like a child for saying he's going to blow the whistle on him and make the public know what he really does. Cecile told Invincible that he's misunderestimating his power and his hands are in every pie. That's how he's able to do everything he does. Cecile said, "I don't think you quite understand the gravity of what you're saying. I protect the world and you're trying to stop me. That makes you my enemy." Invincible trashed all the cyborgs and told Cecile that as he knows, he's been working out. That's when the White Room system started to fail. All of a sudden, Invincible realized he was surrounded by cyborgs. Invincible is surrounded by all the cyborgs Cecile had DA Sinclair make. Cecile told Invincible at the rate he's destroying the cyborgs, they're gonna be there all day, and why doesn't he just give up? Invincible said, "Then what, are you going to arrest me?" Cecile said, "I'm confident we can avoid that, assuming you stop right now." Invincible said, "Then what, pretend this never happened? Forget you've got Dr. Frankenstein making zombie soldiers, pretending you're not hiring murderers? How about this, you arrest DA Sinclair and Darkwing and I'll think about standing down." Cecile said he won't stop working with them, and Invincible said he guessed he has some robots to destroy. Suddenly, Invincible started to scream in pain. Cecile found out about a frequency that hurts Viltrumites and used it against him. Cecile implanted the device in Invincible's ear, telling him it was a communicator. It turns out that the government didn't trust Invincible after what Omni-Man did, so they had contingency plans. He tried to fly out of the frequency's range, but it just kept ringing in his ears. He even flew across the entire country, but every state he flew past, Cecile teleported there. He went to the one place he knew he could get help, the Guardians of the Globe. Invincible crashed through the ceiling and said, "Help, I need help. I need just a second," disorientated. Rex said, "Dude, what's going on? Is something after you? Dude, what happened?" That's when Cecile appeared. Rex told Cecile that something was attacking Invincible. Cecile said, "I know, and if they value their position on the team, they will stay out of it." Rex said, "What are you saying?" Invincible stood up and said, "It's him. He's the one doing this." Invincible told him that Darkwing is a murderer he caught for Cecile. Robot says he knows Darkwing and he's hateful, but he's not a murderer. Invincible told him that the robots Cecile used were built by DA Sinclair, a man who abducted homeless people and college students and experimented on them. Bulletproof remembered seeing it on the news, and that's when they believed him. Cecile shouted, "Damn it," and maxed out the frequency. Invincible was screaming in pain. That's when the Guardians decided to help. Cecile said, "No, you don't understand." The Guardians started to trash Cecile's robots. That's when Rex used one of his exploding coins to damage the receiver Cecile was holding. Invincible was screaming in pain while the frequency intensified. His ears started to bleed. That's when Robot realized that Cecile implanted a failsafe in Invincible's head. Rex asked, "What do we do now?" Meanwhile, Invincible was being beaten by 9 robots while he covered his ears. Bulletproof shouted, "Call him off, Cecile, they'll kill him." Cecile said, "Dear God, what have I done?" The robots were trashing Invincible. Cecile entered the other side of the portal and told D.A. Sinclair to shut them down. He said it's going to take him 5 minutes to do it manually. Cecile said, "Do it and pray he lasts that long." Suddenly, Invincible blew up in rage and just ripped right through all the robots. Cecile said, "What the?" Robot was the one who figured out the frequency and stopped it and saved Invincible. Cecile said, "Okay, we're done here," and began leaving with the rest of his robots, but before he left, he fired Invincible. Invincible said, "Cecile," and flew in and grabbed him by the throat and told him to stay away from his family.